Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are speaking about why there is no such thing as an industry. When I first started this game, I remember I used to want to be in the industry so bad, and I used to call people and say, yo, how do you get in the industry? And people would ask me what I'm up to, and I'll say to them, I'm just grinding, I'm trying to be in the industry. And within my time in the game, when I would DM people, when I would ask people for help, and no one would respond to my DMs because at the time I didn't have the following I have now, and I didn't have the work I have now also. I used to feel like the industry was blocking me, right? Because I would post some work and no one would retweet it. Maybe my brothers and sisters would retweet it, but that was about it. And I started to feel a bit down until I started reading more and discovering myself more on the journey. And I found out that, wow, there's no industry. I just woke up one day and I was known by all my peers in doing what I do. When I first started, I dropped out of uni. I was in uni of my first year. I was studying media production. And even though most people can argue and say, oh, but you're studying media production, you know, why would you drop out of that? Wasn't it teaching you anything? It's not that it wasn't teaching me anything, but when I was in the lectures, one day I saw the professor, he picked up a big book and he was like, everybody turn to page 35. And I just remember it hitting me in that moment, like, wow, like I'm paying all this money to come to university, and the teacher not only does the teacher not know what they're teaching because they're teaching out of a book, but this person who's teaching me media does not do media themselves. So they don't know, they can't share any real experience with me. And I remember speaking to one of my friends, and my friend was like, he had graduated and he was talking about how he wants to basically leave and he wants to get a job, but he can't get a job because he doesn't have any experience in an accountant firm. And it hit me in that moment like, wait, hold on. What's the point of me finishing university if I'm going to finish and they're going to ask me for my experience in order to get a media job? So I quit school and I went through like a 9 to 5. You know, I was working in Iceland. I was in the cold room, lifting ice packs and doing all that shit. And then I was working in the Disney store, which was like the worst job ever, because you had to always smile like, hey guys, do you want a basket? Welcome to the Disney store. It was the fakest job, because if you come into work and you're not in the mood, you still have to switch it up, and it's still because you're catering to children and you're catering to actual parents. I'm gonna give you guys the master tip on how I got myself in the industry and how you can get yourself in the industry today. How I did it was, ready for it? I did the work. That was it. There is no industry. If you check the definition of industry on the internet, it will tell you it's to do with your work. The work in which you do. So example, right? If I'm a farmer and I have a whole crop, a whole land, I can't, most people may not refer to me as a farmer if I don't have actual fruits or whatever I'm trying to grow on there, right? But if I start off with a mango tree, and then I grow another tree, and I grow another tree, and I grow another tree, before you know it, I got a whole acre of mangoes. And that's when people will call me their best farmer. And they will come to me to buy my products. I didn't necessarily move into the farm with no seeds, begging the other farmers to come and help me. I literally just focused on my ground, made sure my soil was good, made sure I had seeds, made sure I watered those seeds, and the trees eventually formed. And that's exactly what I did. I would literally shoot anything. I remember I would call my friends and I would go and shoot. I would take pictures of them. I would get all my friends who I thought looked good or could dress good, and I would take pictures of them. I would message my friends who threw events, and I would go and film it and edit it and give it to them the next day. And I would message my friends who were artists and ask to shoot their music videos. And from there, I was building not only was I building my network, but I was building my skill. So with my skill, that brings word of mouth, which people talk about me and say, yo, you need to work with this guy because he's good. And I built my own industry from there. And it hit me, there is no industry, guys. And my industry can only get bigger, and yours can too. An industry is simply the work in which you choose to create and the work in which you choose to put out. There's no such thing as, oversaturating the market. If you put a lot of work out, you're dominating the market share, you're controlling the market share, because you will be the person who's putting out the most of what you want to do. So if you're a hairstylist, you're not known because you're the best hairstylist if you only do your hair for your sister. You'll be the best if you do hair for your sister, your neighbor, your mom, your best friend, their best friends, your boss at work. You do everyone's hair and you get known as the neighborhood's hairdresser, and you build an industry from the community of people that you are serving, because life is all about serving. And when I realized that I wanted to serve more, my industry opened up, and my industry is unlimited. I don't have to stay in the media field. I don't have to stay in the sports field or the entertainment or the music field or the corporate field. There's many fields to go into. Whoever needs my service, whoever needs what I have to bring them, I just brought it to them. So guys, that is all I will say for today's episode. If you have a goal, a gift right now, whether you're a director, a photographer, a dancer, a writer, a model, whatever your craft is, like, you just have to know that there is no industry. Stop trying to network without work. Do the work and people will come to you. You know, they always say, you know, build and they will come. You don't have to prove to people what you can do for them. Just show them what you can do. Bring that work to them. Show them, they will see from your work, like, wow, you know, if I start to go gym and then you see me with the muscles and you see me with the abs, people will soon come and ask me for fitness tips, even though I'm not a fitness trainer, but I've applied myself in a way that others don't. So life is all about applying yourself, and the more you apply yourself, the more your industry will grow. There is no limit to your industry. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in once again to my YouTube channel. This is something new for me, which I'm trying out. You know, a lot of people don't know my personality, so it's time I put it out there. So if you like this episode, share it with your friends, hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, see you on the next episode with WandaVision.